Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss 20 important questions on the topic of forensic ballistics. These questions will be beneficial for the exams like UGC NET, JRF, FACT Plus, and National Forensic Science University Entrance Exam. Today in this video, the topics covered are internal ballistics, external ballistics, terminal ballistics, and gunshot residues. So let's get started. So first question. The formula for calculating the correct rate of twist for firearm was given by number 1 Gaspard Kollner, number 2 George Greenhill, number 3 Greener, or number 4 Miney. So the answer is George Greenhill. George Greenhill was a mathematician at Emmanuel College of England who developed the formula for the calculation of rifling twisting. Next, which of the following is not a result of rifling? Number 1 increased speed, number 2 increased range, number 3 increased precision, or number 4 increased yaw. So the answer is increase in speed. This is based on the fact in smoothbore firearms they are less resistant to the surface, which is far more in the rifled bore. Moreover, the key here is that rifling is done to stabilize the flight path of the bullet, and the speed of the bullet precisely depends on the propelling power of charge. Next, which of the following is not a factor in measurement of recoil? Number 1 weight of gun and bullet, number 2 muzzle blast, number 3 gases formed inside the cartridge case, or number 4 burning on target. So the answer is burning on target. All burnt points can be used to estimate the range of firearm ammunition but not the recoil. Next, pressure start curve inside the barrel determines first temperature of projectile, second trajectory of projectile, third velocity of projectile, or fourth striking energy of projectile. So first option is 1 and 2 are correct, second 2 and 3 are correct, third and fourth are correct, or fourth, second and fourth are correct. So the answer is third and fourth are correct. Higher the pressure results in higher the velocity and the striking force. Next, the cutting of barrel length in shotgun causes number 1 decrease in dispersion of pellets, number 2 increase in dispersion of pellets, number 3 no change in dispersion of pellets, or number 4 distortion of pellets. So the answer is increase in dispersion of pellets. Next, recohet means number 1 tempered bullet, number 2 unfired bullet, number 3 deflection of the bullet, or number 4 blunting of the bullet. So the answer is deflection of the bullet. Recohet defines the deflection of a bullet from its path due to obstruction from an intermediate object. Next, the sideways shift of the projectile from the plane of a departure is known as number 1 drift, number 2 yaw, number 3 obturation, or number 4 recohet. So the answer is drift. Drift is a sideways shift of projectile that can be due to gyrostatic properties, velocity, or wind direction. Next, if the ballistic coefficient of a bullet is more, then it means number 1 the ability of overcome air friction is more, number 2 the ability to overcome air friction is less, number 3 the bullet has more terminal velocity, or number 4 the bullet is more prone to fragmentation. So the answer is the ability to overcome air friction is more. Higher the ballistic coefficient means lower the drag of the projectile and the bullet will easily cut the air. Next, in criminal cases involving firearms, one comes across wounds caused by a bullet after recoheting from a surface. In connection with these wounds, which of the following is correct? Number 1, there are multiple wounds caused by fragments of bullet. Number 2, there are multiple wounds caused by particles of target. Number 3, the wound may be larger than caliber of bullet and irregular. Number 4, there are 2 wounds because lead core and jacket separate and both causes entrance wounds. So the answer is the wound may be larger than caliber of bullet and irregular. So recohet bullet is phenomenon where the bullet gets rebound, deviated, or deflected from its path because of striking with an intermediate surface and hits the terminal target with a webbing angle to form a slightly longitudinal wound. Next, meaning of external ballistics is Number 1, when the bullet leaves the muzzle of a weapon. Number 2, when the bullet hits the target surface. Number 3, when the bullet fired by a firing person. Or number 4, none of these. So the answer is when the bullet leaves the muzzle of a weapon. So external ballistic is a science that deals with the factors affecting the behavior of a projectile after the projectile leaves the muzzle of the firing weapon, such as initial velocity of the projectile, the force of gravity, and atmospheric conditions. Next, study of behavior and effects of a projectile when it hits and transfers its energy to target is known as number 1, terminal ballistics, number 2, external ballistics, number 3, internal ballistics, or number 4, none of these. So the answer is terminal ballistics. It is the study of how a projectile behaves when it hits its target and transfer its kinetic energy to the target. Next, all of the following are true about the importance of GSR in firearm investigation except number 1, it can determine the range of fire. Number 2, it can identify a firearm injury. Number 3, it can ascertain the common source of ammunition under all conditions. Or number 4, it can help in identifying the shooter. So the answer is it can ascertain the common source of ammunition under all conditions. Next, in gunshot residues, a Walker test is done for detection of number 1, nitrate, number 2, nitrite, number 3, lead, or number 4, antimony. So the answer is nitrite. Walker test is performed for the detection of nitrites, which is bright red color. Next, in Walker's test, the acetic acid vapors convert nitrites into number 1, nitrates, number 2, nitric oxide, number 3, nitrous oxide, or number 4, nitrous acid. So the answer is nitrous acid. In Walker's test, the GSR particles are placed on the photographic papers. Then they will be immersed in solution of 5% 2-naphthylamine 4, 8-disulfonic acid, and then sample is made to air dried, and then lastly the sample is wetted with 20% acetic acid that converts the nitrite into nitrous acid, which will be appear as bright red color. Next, dermal nitrate test detects number 1, nitric acid poisoning, number 2, blood stain, number 3, gunshot residue, or number 4, both 1 and 3 are correct. So the answer is gunshot residue. Next, the modified grease test is specific for the determination of dash in gunpowder residue. Number 1, nitrate, number 2, antimony, number 3, barium, or number 4, nitrite. So the answer is nitrite. Modified grease test is also an analytical chemistry test for the detection of nitrite ions, just like the grease test. Next, which element around gunshot hole is tested by dithiocyanide test? Number 1, copper, number 2, lead, number 3, tin, or number 4, aluminium. So the answer is copper. Dithiocyanide test is chemically specific test for the presence of corpus compounds. They are generally used for detection of copper bearing particulates found around the bullet hole. Next, blackening around gunshot holes in clothes means number 1, deposit of smoke, number 2, deposit of lead vapors, number 3, deposit of black powder, or number 4, all of these. So the answer is all of these. Blackening around the holes causes deposit of smoke, lead vapors, black powder, and dirt ring, which is also called lead ring. Next, which of the following is used to analyze for the presence of gunshot residue? Number 1, microspectrophotometry, number 2, refractive index measurement, number 3, polarized light microscopy, or number 4, scanning electron microscope coupled with energy dispersive X-ray analyzer. So the answer is scanning electron microscopy coupled with energy dispersive X-ray analyzer. It is a vital tool to depict the elemental analysis of the sample. Combined, they are majorly used for the elemental analysis of inorganic compounds such as barium, lead, and antimony. Next, neutron activation analysis detects the presence of the following in GSR. Number 1, antimony and lead, number 2, antimony and barium, number 3, barium and nitrites, or number 4, antimony and nitrites. So the answer is antimony and barium. NaA is used For the detection of barium and antimony in the GSR samples, the detection is measured as the form of the isotopes of barium and antimony. So thank you for watching the video. If you like this video, then please share and subscribe the channel.